Okay, so what are we doing now? That's what
Naked holograph ghost
Samara's
lady.
supposed to be right here, although I might have to go read the email on the ship first.
Has Samara by any chance acquired a camisole since we last spoke to her?
Wait, you gotta go on your ship to read your email? Would it be cool if there was a device in the future that they someday invent that would give you the ability to access like a network of stuff, but like on a small device, like something like a calculator, something the size of a calculator.
Seamus, get with the times.
Maybe like
They're
a
called
phone
carrier
handset.
pigeons.
They're portable signal fire.
I'm just saying, this is why I like speculative fiction. You could imagine what a device like that might look like and how it would affect people's behavior. For instance, would you run around in circles like a complete jackhole if you had one? And this segues nicely into my next question. Why are you running around in circles like a jackal?
Seamus, you just
Survey
answered your own
says
question
yes.
right there.
Oh.
Did we start an episode?
Yeah,
I didn't even know what's going on.
Episode. Get going.
Okay.
This is an episode.
Fantastic! Let's do it!
Jesus. No professionalism. Yay,
I apologize for
elevator.
Rutskarn's lack of professionalism.
Seriously, what the hell's wrong with him?
Guys, I am
I
the
don't
most
even
professional commentator on the entire...
This is our best episode ever.
Anytime
Anytime somebody asks about the show, we should just send them to this episode, since this is clearly our most incisive commentary and my best pronunciation of everything.
Staring down the front of someone I've worked with so closely. I would all went down and it's got
Caden, are you having trouble finding shirts that fit?
Okay.
Is that why you stand like that with your arms slightly out from your body?
If I hadn't backed down first.
Now that you mention it, it does kind of look like he's carrying watermelons under his armpits.
Doesn't matter. It could have played out a dozen different ways. Main thing is we stopped the coup and Cerberus is off the Citadel.
Yeah, but sometimes the way a thing goes.
For example, I could have shot you in the kneecaps and kicked you to death while my men beat Odina with baseball bats. I could have charged forward and gained enough momentum probably to knock you off of the railing. It looked like your footing was a little
You're
weak.
talking about Udina.
I could have taken advantage of the remote mines I'd placed on the... Well, you know, this is just
They gave
speculation.
you no choice. You had to take the shot.
I did run some of the numbers on these, actually, if you'd like to see them, though.
Alright.
I was kind of hoping this conversation would be radically different, which is kind of like hoping that
offered me a position.
Santa Claus is real. Because I shot him in my playthrough, and I wanted to see if Caden would have been changed at all if he shot him. But this conversation is basically the same with the pronouns reversed.
I feel like if I'd gone any further, you would have taken me out. I did take you out. Yeah, that's kind of why I feel
Your
that way.
abilities, your strength of character. Let's take on the Reapers together.
We need you here. Your abilities, your strength of character, your weird posture,
Oh, you put it that
your
way.
plastic-like
Your plot armor.
face,
Thank you, Commander.
Most of all,
Your
I need that
problem.
whiskey back.
your angst,
Shepard, I need you to know
your off-screen handshake.
I get you back.
I can't sleep without you whining constantly, Caden. I need to know what's going wrong with your life today, or else I just can't get you out of my head.
Here's my big problem with this whole chapter of the story with the Citadel attack.
Shepard, I got Anderson patched in. I was just getting him up to speed.
Here you have this somewhat interesting gray choice from a somewhat gray character, which is good in a game full of black and white.
Was just using him to take
Where
control of
Adina
the city.
decides that he needs to do this for the good of everyone, even if he has to kill people to do it.
Could have been a lot worse.
Even if he has to commit basically regicide.
Yeah,
But
I'm not against him going to
And-
extreme length.
Of course, it's handled incredibly poorly because Cerberus is involved, and Cerberus is a complete joke that nobody can trust to do anything right.
I take it you two have met.
But
Yeah, why did he pick Cerberus?
at the
Were
end
Blue
of this
Suns
whole thing-
too busy for him?
yeah, at the end of this whole thing, rather than reflect upon Udina and what he did and why he might have done it, I am good, well-spoken writer.
Okay, Anderson shot Kai Lang in the legs. He's officially my favorite character in the Mass Effect canon.
Their attempts may have had at least one unintended side effect.
Is there a DLC where we just get to watch him do that? Man.
He's shooting Kai Lang's kneecaps. DLC.
Enough to send help?
It's just an animated GIF.
I'm amazed by how much I fucking hate Kai Lang already.
Good.
And you haven't even got to the really frustrating stuff. Just wait.
I haven't even played the game.
In such a way that allows our scientists to easily translate the information. It's not Prothean specific.
Oh, the Citadel, or not the Citadel, the Crucible is so easy to build. It's easy to construct even though we have no idea what it does.
The question is, how will it dispense the energy? And in what form?
Or how
It's
to operate.
a magic energy dispenser, we guess.
Determining how to focus its energy.
It's
Amazing.
a giant Reaper hairdryer.
I'm working on that.
It would be great if you built it and the Reapers would like wanted you to build it. Like that was the whole point of it, is they leave it there. Like that would be a great twist at the end of a story. Like I don't think a good trilogy should lead up to that, especially not a video game trilogy. Where the player feels like they're the one that failed. But that would be a neat twist to the story, is you go around, you get the 7 pieces to build the super MacGuffin of saving you, and the bad guy was like, yeah,
I'll look into it.
I left that crap there so that you would like build it.
Waste your time with...
Anyway, getting back to Udina,
Shepard, do you have a moment?
When you turn it on, it just projects a giant troll face. That's all it does with that energy.
From what I can tell, they
that would be fantastic.
We're the strangers to love.
Then returned. They didn't ask me directly, but I think
getting to Udina,
might help.
What's your take on this?
That they wouldn't
there's no reflection upon what Udina did. There's no trying to understand his character or why he did it, or even asking yourself, maybe he ultimately was trying to do the right thing. There's not even the question of, oh, why did he, maybe he was trying to do the right thing, but doing it with Cerberus is just too dangerous. You can't even say that. When we complain about how there's no consistency or proper characterization or there's no pathos in the game, this is what we're talking about. This could have been so much more interesting.
Right, they keep bringing out ideas, but they're just like throwing out ideas. What is this? What about this idea? Does that do anything for you? No? Here's one. What about some emo bastard in a Batman mask? No? Okay, well how about this? The elusive man. Okay, well, and instead of like exploring an idea, it's just throwing crap at you and seeing if any of it sticks.
What have you got?
It is.
I've been analyzing.
And it's a shame because it could have so easily at least been rectified in that respect, even with all the stupidity of it.
Whoever was at Grissom Academy is dead now.
I didn't know.
Just a few lines of dialogue would have fixed that for me.
Stopping Cerberus from taking over the Citadel. And it's possible the students at Grissom Academy escaped on their own.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a few lines of
Jack's
dialogue.
Side mission, everybody died.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure Jack was already dead, so who cares?
Oh. So it was just children. It was just a bunch of college-age kids. Who cares?
They could help build the Crucible.
I'll look into it if we have time.
Children are our future, and hey, we don't have one, so screw.
Commander.
That's just 6 less people we'd have to explain what happened to Earth to.
Let's see.
Seriously, it was an interesting quest. I actually did like that quest. It's a shame we missed it, but basically, Jack, if she's alive, is at the this academy for gifted biotics. And you won't believe what happens. Cerberus attacks. I kid you not. Cerberus attacks, so they're attacking the galactic capital, a archaeology dig, a college for
I love
gifted
these units
kids.
of fuel you find randomly in the first area of
Yeah, where you
the
can't
sector.
possibly be low on fuel. What
Look at this! I just recovered. What was that? Like 1,200 units of fuel total.
Yeah, you can only carry 1,000.
It's this mini game, guys!
Oh.
And I can't move it very fast.
Oh, but you found the thing fast. Hey, look at that. Do you see that? That stuff that appears in the corner? That's the story advancing.
Oh my god, another fuel depot! How many fuel depots did this system have?
And I like how you have to take it now. You can't not take the fuel. Like, you're going to fly to another system and come back here, and you'll be low on fuel. And you
Sure would have been great if we could have taken that fuel with us, huh?
Yeah, but you can't. You were already full. So apparently you took the fuel and threw it away. What did you do? Throw
You
it
went
into
up to the
space?
broken fuel depot and you realized that your fuel is full, so you blew it up. So nobody else could use it.
Like, that would be great if it just said, oh, you're full? Okay, well, you'll just leave this here. Or if you had the option to just not touch this now. What happened is you got up to the fuel depot, saw there were 700 units of free fuel, but you didn't have room. So you opened up your gas tank, because that's, I'm sure, the Normandy runs on just like regular gas. And
Unleaded.
you emptied out unleaded, and you just emptied out 700 units, or maybe you just burned it off, or blew it up in a big Mythbusters style fireball, and then you took on the more fuel. Are you guys feeling the hate the way I am? It was like this game really pissed me off right at this point. And now everything feels wrong.
I'm peripheral to the hate. It's starting to get to the point where I'm starting to see it as like, the hate is beginning to alienate.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
But on the other hand, I can sort of see why this would be annoying if I was playing it.
It is worse when you're playing it, and it's frustrating because you keep hoping that it'll get better, or that something will get fixed, or that you'll find something that begins to click for you. And then, instead, you'll run into, Kai Lang. It's like Mass Effect 2 created this empty space where they took out a lot of the more hard science stuff and filled it with a little more action schlock. And then this game, they took out the action schlock and filled it up with bull moments. That's not fair. The whole thing isn't that bad. But there are some really bad movies that leave a very bad... bad moments that leave a bad taste in your mouth. And then once I hit these points, I just started judging the entire game.
But it doesn't mean they're harmless.
Oh, the super magic sex demon Asari. It's a monastery for them.
That is less than encouraging.
So this is a follow-up on the whole Morinth side quest of Mass Effect 2. Samara's
It's
daughter
also
that
a justification
has sex with people
for
and kills them.
Yes.
Yeah, you basically mind rape them and like turn them into a brain dead person. It's also a justification for a pretty badass foe in the game,
and why they're such a great source of shame to the Asari.
which is you notice every race in the galaxy gets their own version of a husk. Well, the Asari husk is I forget what it's called. I'm sorry. It's
don't need
we'll
something
we'll
that
see it here
dangerous
in a
running
little
around
bit,
during a war.
but it's a friggin'
Look like the
badass.
commandos
It
that finished
really
the
is.
job.
Yeah,
As you wish. Though I'd like to know exactly who.
it actually has the potential to be a scary
soon enough.
enemy.
Yeah, it is kind of funny. Humans turn into useless husk zombies. They're just mowed down, and Asari turn into these horrible,
Elder
space
god,
monster.
badass
Yeah.
space monster things. Also, this has some very nice scenery in it.
Yeah, I'll give it that. They still are really abusing that color filter. We need some more
Yeah, but
differences
it's nice to
of
see
color
a
and contrast.
blue color filter for once.
It is. And so this stuff is pretty unique.
Entry or escape,
Looks good.
I wonder.
I believe I'm channeling my space whiskey now.
I believe you are pulling a Wile E. Coyote moment there. As long as you don't notice that
An
you're floating,
extended
you
one.
won't.
Suddenly, darkness and flashlights.
Oh, are you gonna have to look for batteries? And look for your ex-wife.
No, but if I go underwater, then I'll run out of oxygen twice as quickly.
See, I was thinking of Alan Wake, and you were thinking
What was
of
that?
Gordon Freeman.
Stay sharp.
You thought of the better game.
Okay, is this survival horror segment, I guess?
You know, it warms you up for it, and you think, all right.
Yeah,
some
yeah,
tension
this
here.
part is really kind of cool. You think, oh, the whole thing is just going to be wandering around in these dark corridors, screams in the
Wondering
background,
what's
going to
happen. Maybe it's going to mess with you. But no, in just a couple minutes, they're going to turn
Yeah,
on all the
check
lights.
this out.
And
They don't even
throw a bunch
turn
of
on the
monsters at you.
lights. No, get fucking cover. Fuck your shit. No. God damn it.
They need to bind more things to that one key.
Jesus Christ. No, you walk out here. And, oh, look. There's lights on outside. And that's how the whole rest of the level is.
This was
Could have been so much better.
It seems they gave their lives.
I
fighting
understand they're a little bit wary of
Monastery's out of the way.
making,
What are the Reapers
you know,
doing
maybe
with that
flashlight is just too frustrating. The player squints. I can't see what I'm
Anything
doing.
useful?
Maybe you don't want them to fight this really hard enemy in a dark environment. But you could do that with making the
So the
walls
commandos
dark,
started
but
the
lighting the
purge
middle of
after
the
all.
room, mess
This
around with
place
the
is a lost
lighting.
cause if it's already
It was
crawling
kind of a
with
shame
Reapers.
to leave all
Let's get to the
this,
Great Hall and set off that
this,
bomb.
the uncertainty of darkness behind, and just turn on the lights, basically.
Yeah. Check it out. Now everything's
It was
bright.
a missed opportunity.
The light switch, the flashlight's even off.
Yeah, and then out here, oh, the light, it's all bright. Everything's fine. Don't worry. Don't worry, that spooky stuff, not a problem. But, you know, maybe they were just trying to avoid the Doom 3 problem, which is a problem that's even worse. Which is, oh, there's scary monsters, but you can't even see what you're doing, and it's
This
not
is all
scary, it's
dramatic and
frustrating.
shit, but I can't get over how stupidly I'm holding that
Very
gun.
good. I almost didn't hear you. Samara?
Have you
Implying I am good at sneaking, Samara, is...
Welcome sight. The corruption here runs deep.
Oh,
Just,
so she has.
come on!
Perhaps for
Samara,
some
do you just like keep losing your buttons
You
or
are
something?
correct. 2 of my daughters live here.
Is the
And I
zipper
look
broke?
after them.
Well, it's all part of, like, she loses her power if she's not
Already
using her
infested this
cleavage.
place by the time
That's
I
the
arrived.
that's where her biotics come from.
You met me hunting down your other Ardat Yarch.
Boobotics?
Are these ones just as dangerous? Valer and Rila have followed the monastery's rules ever since they arrived.
So, I guess they didn't ever try to find any kind of genetic cure for this, even though they have friends who can create a sterility plague that solves the whole problem of a race
And it's one that
trying to
cannot
murder
be
everyone with their
even
super
as our
numbers.
galaxy crumbles. Let's go together. Maybe your daughters can tell us why the Reapers hit this
But
place.
I guess they can't solve
I
a
suspect they
minor
will have much to
problem
tell us.
where
It has been centuries since
some
I
of
last
their
Since it
children
has
kinda
to do
wanna
with their
murder
reproductive
people
system,
with their-
and their
Yeah, what the
reproduction
hell?
system is absolutely incomprehensible, it might not be easy.
I will draw these
I mean,
creatures off.
we don't know.
Wait!
It's as hard as they say it
Let's go.
is.